Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Alchemy 365 workout. If you're loving this content, would you ever consider heading to shop.alchemy365.com to pledge your support with a virtual drop-in? We've got options from $5 to $10 to $20. It's certainly not mandatory. We're going to continue to provide this content for free, but it would go a long way to support our small business during this COVID-19 crisis. Thank you so much. Have a great workout.
All right, you guys, welcome to your A20 today. I am Coach Laura. I coach at our Edina studio here in the Twin Cities, and I am joined by the lovely Jo. She coaches at our Northeast studio here in the Twin Cities as well. If you are joining us for the first time, we've got an A20 workout on deck for you. So what that means, we are going to warm you up with a dynamic yoga flow. We're going to incorporate all 4 movements that you see on our chalkboard here into the warm-up, so you get to practice them, feel how they're going to feel in your body, make any adjustments that you need to. And then once we're into our 20 minutes, we've got 4 rounds. These are going to be in different time domains. So we're going to cycle through 1 minute of rotating ground to overhead, all on the right side. Then do 1 minute rotating ground to overhead, all on the left side. Then we're going to drop down for 1 minute of swings. And then finish each round of 2 minutes, alternating back and forth between 3 burpees and 6 squat jumps. That's going to spike the heart, get you moving and grooving. So here's what we got. We're gonna go through our rotating ground to overhead. And if you are a member and you've been joining us, this is a new movement. It's kind of a staggered deadlift crossed with a Hadouken mixed with a press. We got a lot going on here. So take a peek up at Jo's body here. She's in a staggered deadlift position. So both knees are bent. Her hips are pulled back behind both knees. Back is flat and she's loading through the hamstrings. Her weight or torpedo is gonna tap the floor, and then from here, she's gonna stand up, rotate, and then punch overhead. So she's twisting her body as she presses the weight up and overhead. So it's one fluid movement. She's beginning to press as the chest lifts, finishing with a strong overhead position, wrist over shoulder, over hip. Nice. If this is feeling like a lot of flexion in your back, what you can do is take a staggered deadlift, stand up, and press. So Jo's gonna demonstrate that right here. Just stand it up and then press overhead. You're gonna lose the rotation, but it's gonna be a little bit easier on your lumbar. Cool. Then moving on, for swings, these are gonna be just like a kettlebell swing, so whatever you can swing, grab that. Feet are gonna be shoulder width distance apart. You're gonna pull your implement back between your legs, again, loading through the hamstrings and the hips, driving your weight up to eye level. So as soon as you pull, lock in the hips, squeeze your glutes, stack the shoulders. You wanna keep a strong midline and back as you come all the way up. Cool. All right, and then our 2 cardiovascular movements, we've got burpees first. Plant your hands, chest comes all the way down to your mat or the floor, peel your chest up, slingshot the feet, jump and clap overhead. Option for these burpees, if coming all the way down to the floor is a little bit hard on your wrists and your shoulders, you can stay in a high plank, hop your feet behind the hands, jump up, clap overhead. You can also eliminate all hops and step the feet up and take these stepping style. Any burpee is a good burpee today. Then we got squat jumps. Heels are underneath you, toes are tracking out. You're gonna send your hips down to the bottom of a squat. Knees press out at the bottom. This is gonna give you more power as you come up. You're gonna jump up, explode through the hips, open your chest, land low, land soft. If you're not jumping today, you can take an air squat. Same setup with the feet. You're just gonna lower the hips and feet are gonna stay planted as you rise. That's our 20 minutes. It's gonna be explosive. It's gonna be fun. We're with you all the way. So let's get set up, ready to rock. Let's find our space, standing at attention pose. Bring your feet to touch, zip your legs together. Palms are gonna face the front of your space. Close your eyes and just start to breathe. Big inhales through your nose, big exhales out your mouth. We're gonna start class with all 3 breaths together. First, big breath, fill from the bottom of your belly, up in through your ribs, your lungs. Big exhale out, let it go. Second breath, this time lift your shoulders up to the bottoms of your ears, start to engage your spine. Big open mouth exhale, sigh it out. Third breath, biggest breath of your whole day, fill all the way up. Biggest exhale out, let it go. Here we go, blink your eyes open, mountain pose, both arms reach high overhead, extend from the shoulder up through the elbow and the fingertips. Reach your hands as high as you can. Start to set up the backside of your body for the top of those rotating ground to overhead. See if you can push your weight into the floor a little bit further as you inch the fingertips just a little bit higher. And then right hand grabs your left wrist, pull up and over, big side body stretch. Drop your right hand, walk it down your leg, try to arch your left fingertips a little bit further to the right side. Come back to center, give that right wrist a big pull and sweep your body up and over to the left. drop your left hand, walk it down your leg. Rise back tall, baby back bend. Goalpost your arms. As you do this, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward, kind of arch into the low back. And let your hands fall into a chest expansion. Interlace them behind you. Press your palms to touch. Pin the shoulder blades together and then push your chest forward. Start to rock yourself side to side like Joe's doing here. Get some gentle movement through the chest, shoulders. Separate your feet so your hips have room to move. Take this into an active chest expansion. So hinge forward, keeping the hands interlaced. Try to gently press your hands up and overhead. This is gonna press open the shoulders just a little bit further. And then release for a ragdoll pose. Opposite hand grabs your opposite elbow. You're actively tipping your low back, the crown of your head towards the floor, just starting to open everything up. Release your elbows, plant your hands, find a tabletop, drop down onto your knees. We're gonna take a puppy dog stretch. So keep the hips high, walk your hands forward, press your chest down to the floor. We're starting to open up the lats. And then walk your hands over to the right side of your space. You're gonna push more of your weight into your left hand. You're gonna feel a deeper stretch when you're on the left side of your back. And then gently trail the fingers over to the left, push your weight more into your right hand. Same big stretch on this side. And we're just starting to get a little bit of rotation through the obliques. Walk your hands back to center. Drop your weight forward back to a tabletop and then step your feet back for a high plank. We're gonna hold here. This is an awesome spot to warm up the shoulders and the core. This is kind of the middle of your burpee right here. So belly's pulled in nice and tight. You're engaging every little part of your body from the crown of your head to the shoulder, to the wrists, to the hips, to the heels. Start to body circle side to side, forwards, backwards, just finding a little bit of movement here. And then I want you to drop down onto your forearms. Take a forearm plank. We're gonna go for some hip dips from here. So stay solid above the shoulders. I want you to dip your hips over to the right side. Fire up the obliques. Good, take it over to the left, over to the right, over to the left. 4 more at home. Right, left, right, left. After those 4, prop back up to a high plank and then press your body up and back for a downward facing dog. First time here, this is always a good position to reset. So if you ever need a break, just need to catch your breath, you can make your way back to a downward facing dog. We'll be right here with you. Find some movement through the chest, the knees, the ankles, starting to wiggle things around, waking everything up. Take a 3-legged down dog. Lift your right toes high, bend your knee, open up your hip, draw some circles on the ceiling. Just let that foot feel heavy. And then sweep for a wide runner's lunge. Right foot up outside your right wrist. Draw some circles here. Move your body side to side. Call these hip grinds here. So you're really moving more of the knee rather than your hip, but it's just gonna press the hip open. Good, step back for a high plank. Press back down dog. 3-legged down dog, left toes lift. Bend your knee, open up your hip, draw some circles on the ceiling, little foot 5. Wide runner's lunge. Left foot up outside your left wrist, draw some circles here. If you have someone to foot 5 who's willing to touch your feet, why not? Draw some circles here, left and right, forwards, back. Just trying to press the hip flexors open as much as you can. Step back for a high plank. And then I want you to lower your chest all the way down to your mat or the floor. Peel your chest up, hop your feet behind your hands, jump up, clap. There's your first burpee. All right, we're gonna get moving and grooving here, you guys. So we're gonna take some air squats to open up the hips. Feet are gonna be shoulder width distance apart. Heels are right underneath you. Find your way down to the bottom of a squat. We're gonna talk about it once you're there. So hips are below your knee crease. Knees are pressing out to either side. I want you to tilt your shoulders and your chest back. This is gonna pull the hips lower and help you maintain a flat back. As you stand up, press through the heel. Lower back down, bottom of your squats. And then press back up. Take 5 more on your own at home. These don't have to be fast, they don't have to be slow, they can be whatever your body's feeling right now. After those 5, zip your feet back together for a mountain pose. Right hand grabs your left wrist, pull up and over. This time make a full circle all the way down and around. Good. Take it over to the left, big side body stretch, and then a full circle all the way down and around, just opening up the spine. Release your hands, baby back bend. Rise back tall, forward fold, plant your hands, jump your feet back for a high plank. Wide runner's lunge on the right. Take a couple more hip grinds on this side. We're gonna take some mountain climbers. So when I say switch, right foot goes forward, right foot goes back, left foot comes forward. Switch. Good, take a couple more hip grinds on this side. See if you can sink your weight a little bit closer to the mat or the floor. And switch, switch, switch. You got 5 more on your own. Just start to fire everything up. After those 5, high plank to downward facing dog. Nice. See your hands, hop, step, or float, rise up. Once you're up, 10 high knees. Drive your knees up above the waist. And then after these 10, we're gonna take some staggered deadlifts without any weight. So we're gonna set up your lower half for these rotating ground to overhead. So we're gonna start with your right foot leading, left foot back. So Joe, if you wanna turn to the side. So she's gonna hinge forward, finding the bottom of this staggered deadlift position. So you can see that her right knee is right above her right ankle. She's keeping a smooth, flat back. Hips are pulled back, and she's got a little micro bend in this left knee. This is the position you're gonna start with for those rotating ground to overhead. Stand all the way up, open the hips. Good, lower back down. Stand it up, open the hips, and then lower back down. Take 3 more on this side, and then 5 with your left foot leading. So this is the first part. We're building up to those rotating ground to overhead. Nice, so then same thing here. That back heel can come off the floor if that's more comfortable for you. You're going to end up twisting anyway, and it's likely gonna move once you hit that spot. After those 5 with your left foot leading, mountain pose, one more time. Baby back bend, goalpost the arms, rise back tall, forward fold, plant your hands, jump back for a high plank, lower your chest all the way down to your mat, 1 burpee, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. We're gonna get rolling through your sun bees. So we're gonna move through each side of the body. If you wanna take a quick second, breathe, catch your breath, shake things out, go for it. 3-legged down dog, right toes lift high again, knee to nose, hug it in nice and tight. Kick back, 3-legged down dog, right knee to left tricep, twist. Think about that rotation. Kick back, 3-legged down dog, low lunge, right foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge, use your abs to rise, strong overhead. So think about the ending position in the rotating ground to overhead. Biceps right by the ears, hands as high as you can. 1-legged mountain pose, swing your left knee through, take a figure 4, cross your ankle over your knee, pull your hips back, keep your weight down in the right heel. 1-legged mountain pose, stand down, find your squat stance. Take 5 more air squats, a little bit faster than when we were here the first time. After those 5, we're gonna start to get the hips moving and grooving here. We're gonna do that with swings. So we're knocking out another movement here. Grab whatever weight or your torpedo that you're gonna use for your swings, anything that's similar to a kettlebell, and we'll find our setup here. So feet are shoulder width distance apart. You're gonna set your implement about a foot in front of you, loading through the hamstrings, keep a strong flat back, and then when I say go, you're gonna pull your implement back, start to swing, and go. So Joe's gonna pull the weight back in between her legs, and then she's using all that force from her low body to hike the weight up to eye level. So she's squeezing her glutes, her quads, popping the hips, bringing that weight up to eye level. So your arms are just kind of floating back and forth. You guys are still swinging with us at home, so keep going until I say stop. Woo! Stop. All right, set it down, shake it out. We're gonna meet in a crescent lunge. Right foot forward, left leg back. So you've got a big 90-degree bend in your right knee, back leg is strong and straight. Open your body up for warrior 2. Press this right knee back a little bit. You wanna keep the hips open. Big star pose, X with your body, stretch your shoulders from end to end. Good, take this into a wide forward fold. Let your head and neck hang heavy. You can dip your hips side to side, find some movement with the hands, the ankles, whatever feels good for you here. And then walk your hands inside your right foot, wide runner's lunge, front of your space. Step back, high plank, press back, downward facing dog. Nice, 3-legged down dog, left toes lift. Knee to nose, hug it in nice and tight. Kick back, 3-legged down dog, left knee to right tricep, twist. Kick back, 3-legged down dog, low lunge, left foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge, rise. Good, big step forward, 1-legged mountain pose. Your right knee swings high with you. Figure 4, cross your ankle over your knee, sink your hips back and down. Good, slow rise. 1-legged mountain pose, stand down, shake out your body. Take a little shimmy, take a little shake. So we're gonna move into the second part of these rotating ground to overhead, but we're gonna do it with weight, so we're gonna set up the shoulders here. I want you to grab your weight or your implement. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start on one side of your hip and then twist the other way. You're gonna press overhead. So we're gonna meet kind of in the middle of that rotating ground to overhead. So we're gonna work on that flexion through your obliques and your low back, finishing with a press overhead. So Joe is gonna start in that staggered stance with her right foot leading, left foot is back. Make sure no one's standing in front of you because you might get hit. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna start with that weight about at her midline, and she's gonna twist, and she's gonna finish the opposite way. So I want you guys to watch, and then we'll do it at home. And go. Strong overhead, wrist over shoulder over hip. She's staying in that staggered stance, but her feet switch. Come back, right foot leading. All right, everyone at home, you're gonna start on the right side of your right hip and go, press overhead. Nice, take 2 more on this side and then 4 with your left foot leading. So you're just working on that flexion. Yeah, so you're using a little bit of force from the hips in your midline to press overhead. Take a second of hang time at the top, so lock it out, wrist over shoulder over hip. These don't have to be graceful. They likely won't be the first time through, but I think as we move through these minutes, you'll feel better and better and better. After that 4 on the left, keep your weight in your hands. Let's talk about this. So we're gonna put that together. We're gonna add some weight onto the deadlift portion. All you're gonna do is stand up with your weight, take that same movement, twisting from the side and pressing overhead. So starting with your right foot leading, we're gonna make our way down onto the floor or as close as your hamstring mobility allows. All right, full rotating ground to overhead and go. Nice. Take 1 more on this side and then 2 with your left foot leading. It is a balance thing. It's totally a balance thing. And you might find that it helps to have your feet either wider or narrower together. This is really personal preference. I just wanna make sure whatever you choose to do, back stays flat, you're loading through the hamstrings. All right, crescent lunge. Your left foot is forward, right leg is back. Whew, how are we doing? Good. All right, open your body up, warrior 2. Extend long through the hands, big star pose. Good, take 5 jumping jacks, cut behind your back. After those 5, setting up for your squat jumps, find your squat stance. Same thing as those air squats. We're gonna lower down to the bottom, and then once you're there, explode up for 3 squat jumps. Nice. After those 3, big star pose, wide forward fold. Walk your hands inside the left foot, wide runner's lunge, front of your space, step back, high plank, flow through low plank. Upward facing dog, stretch the midline, roll your shoulders back, wiggle around, downward facing dog, hips go high. Awesome, 3-legged down dog, right toes lift high, knee to nose, hug it in nice and tight, kick back, 3-legged down dog. Good, twist over to the left elbow, kick through fallen warrior. So you're gonna send your right foot over to the left side. Jo is balancing her foot. Feel free to rest it on the ground if you want. You're gonna stack the shoulders. Flip back, 3-legged down dog. Step through low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. 1-legged mountain pose, left knee lifts. Figure 4, cross your ankle over your knee. Bigger stretch here. If you wanna reach all the way for the floor, get a deeper stretch of the hips, go for it. 1-legged mountain pose. Stand down, grab your torpedo. I wanna see 5 swings. 5 swings. A minute is a long time to swing, so I recommend trying to give yourself a number before we start these minutes. Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 30. Try to hit that number and then rest. Once you hit your number, pick it back up and finish out your minute from there. Good, after those 5, crescent lunge, your right foot is forward, left leg back. Good, open your body up, warrior 2. Extended side angle, forward and down. Reverse your warrior, big sweep back. Low lunge, hands from your right foot, step back, high plank, 1 burpee, 1 squat jump, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. Woo! Yeah. Last side, here we go, 3-legged down dog. Your left toes lift, knee to nose, hug it in tight. Kick back, 3-legged down dog. Left knee to right tricep, twist, kick through fallen warrior. Good, so you're gonna push your weight into your left hand, stack the shoulders, lift up out of your hips, flip back, 3-legged down dog. Low lunge, left foot sweeps in between the hands. Crescent lunge, both arms come high. 1-legged mountain pose, right knee lifts. Figure 4, cross your right ankle over the left knee, pull your hips back and down, maybe reach for the floor, deeper stretch. One side usually can get there if the other one cannot, so maybe that's the left side for you. 1-legged mountain pose, stand down. Grab your weight that you're gonna use for these rotating ground to overhead. I want to see 2 with your right foot leading, 2 with your left foot leading. So focus on how you're gonna get it high overhead. Deadlift, open the hips, twist, punch. Nice, Jo. Awesome job, you guys. If you need to break these down and kind of piece it apart at home, that is totally okay. So if you wanna take your staggered deadlift, stand, twist, and then press, however you wanna make these work, go for that. We'll meet in a crescent lunge, left foot forward, right leg back. We're almost there, almost there. Whoo! Open your body up, warrior 2. Extended side angle, shift forward and down. Reverse your warrior, stay low in the hip, reach that left arm high. Low lunge, hands frame your left foot, step back, high plank. Low plank, shift forward. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Take any last wiggles and stretches that you need, and then see your hands hop, step, or float. Rise on up. We are gonna get ready to rock for your A20. Let's get ready to go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, crew, we are gonna get ready to rock. A20 on deck. Again, as a recap, we've got 4 rounds, 1 minute of rotating ground to overhead on each side, 1 minute of swings, 2 minutes cycling back and forth between 3 burpees, 6 squat jumps. 4 rounds equals 20 minutes. This is gonna be tough. We're with you all the way. It's gonna be good. All right, virtual high fives. We're with you. High fives until we can touch each other again. Okay, let's get ready to rock. 20 minutes on the clock. We got 10 seconds till we start. You are gonna start with those rotating ground to overhead, right foot leading. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So you can see Jo is getting herself set up. There's no rush getting into your setup. Right foot's leading. She's got a big bend in the right knee over right ankle. That back leg's got a micro bend. Her heel can lift a little bit. She's keeping a flat back as she lowers down into that deadlift setup. Stand up, open the hips, then rotate, punch overhead. Take a second of hang time at the top. Lock the wrist over the shoulder, over the hip. That's where you want to rest in that overhead position rather than down in that deadlift. We want to help protect the low back as much as we can. Over halfway on this right side. Doing great, Jo. You're doing great at home. If you gotta stand up, shake things out, get a little twist side to side, that is all good.
I'm gonna tip over.
Make sure wherever you are, you have room to tip side to side. All right, couple more reps here. Then we're gonna move on to the left side with your left foot leading. Rotating ground to overhead with the left. 3, 2, 1, go. So left foot's leading, same setup here. You can have this stance as wide and far apart as you need to, or narrow if that feels better for you. Big hinging of the hip. Make sure that that front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Again, that back heel can lift if that helps you get just a bit lower in this position. Nice, Jo. And if your range of motion doesn't allow for you to come all the way down to the floor, go as far as you can. Whether for you that's the knee, that's mid-shin, you're still doing a deadlift here in that rotating ground to overhead. So whatever your range of motion allows, just meet and start from there. Nice, over halfway. You got it, hi! After this minute, we're gonna move on to swing. So a little change of pace. You get to relax the shoulders a little bit. We're gonna start to spike the heart a lot of it. All right, 10 seconds, couple more reps, and then 1 minute of swing. So if you wanna set things down, shake it out, grab a different weight. Here we go, getting ready to swing in 3, 2, 1, go. 60 seconds for these swings. Feet are gonna be shoulder width distance apart. She is loading through the hamstrings and the hips. As soon as those hips pop open, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, lock the quads, stack the shoulders over the hips. So if you want to take a look up here, you'll notice that Jo's shoulders are staying right above the hips. She's not dumping into the low back or really leaning back into this at all. She's keeping her chest and midline nice and stacked. Nice, Jo. Halfway.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Woo!
So like we were saying in the warm-up, if you want to choose a number of swings to get to, rather than trying to hang on for this entire minute, that might be a really good plan of attack. If you want to do 20, 30, and then set things down, shake it out, and then whatever you got left in that minute, you can finish off strong from there. A minute is a very long time to hang on to whatever weights you are using. We know. All right, just over 5 seconds left, and then we're going to move on. 2 minutes, 3 burpees, 6 squat jumps. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! So you got 2 minutes here. This is going to add up, and this is going to be where it starts to feel a little bit long, a little bit more tiresome than the rest of your workout. It's really low reps for both of these movements, so you're going to have a lot of time to cycle back and forth. You might notice that you're a little out of breath right away. That's okay. Set things down, shake it out, reset your body. Just try to keep yourself moving as much as you can through these 2 minutes. Good, explode up through the hips, chest stays nice and tall at the top of your squat jump. And then these burpees, again, you can take them however you want to. If you want to lower all the way down, all the way up, that's awesome. If you want to hop back, hop forth, that's awesome too. You can play around with any of those options that we went over with at the beginning. Hop forth, forward, or forth. And so on, and hop forth. All right, 1 more minute here, and then we're gonna go back to the top. rotating ground to overhead on the right. So see how much you can cycle through. Whenever we hit these 2 minutes on the next round, you'll just pick up right where you left off. So once we finish, try to keep it in mind wherever you are. Nice, Joe, you got it. Whew. 3 burpees doesn't seem like a lot when you initially begin, and then as soon as you do 3, it becomes 18 and 21 very quickly.
Yes, very quickly.
Yeah, these are gonna add up. All right, 30 seconds left in this 2-minute set, and then we're back to the top for round 2, rotating ground to overhead, leading with your right foot. You got it, you got it.
Oh, good.
Woo! We're gonna assess how we feel after this first round and then chat about the hard parts. All right, 15 seconds, see how many more reps you can get in. If you wanna take this opportunity to grab some water, shake it out, let your heart rate come down a little bit. We're gonna move on to rotating ground to overhead. Coming up in 3, 2, 1, go. Back to the top. You've got 60 seconds, rotating ground to overhead. Right foot is leading. So take a second, big breath in, lower down, bottom of that deadlift, open your hips, twist, and punch. Remember, these don't have to be fast. We would much rather you do them solidly with really good form, keeping a flat back, than trying to fly through as fast as you can. So which was the hardest part?
Burpee squat jumps.
Okay, good to know, good to know. Burpees and squat jumps are tough over here. We want to know from you. If you guys want to drop a comment after this YouTube and let us know how you feel about this, what was the hardest part, what was the most fun part, let us know.
And this balance is pretty tough. Maybe that's just me.
One side might feel better than the other. Your body's always a little bit uneven, despite all of our trying to get it even. All right, less than 10 seconds, couple more reps, and then we're gonna move on. Left side for these rotating ground to overhead. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Left side, so you know exactly what to do. You've been here before. If you're counting your reps for these, rather than maybe the time, if you're doing, I don't know, 16, 18, 20. Let's see if we can try and hit that every single time. If that helps you push through this minute, we always recommend finding whatever method is gonna work for you. Nice job, Joe, you got it. Just over 30 seconds left here. Time is flying, man.
It is.
It's flying. Whoo! All right. So again, try to find your rest at the top of this rotating ground to overhead rather than down in the bottom. We want to spare the low back as much as we can.
Whew.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, 10 seconds, couple more reps, and then we're gonna move on for your second set of swings. All right, shake it out, grab a sip of water. 3, 2, 1, we're gonna swing. Woo! Here we go, here we go.
You're on YouTube, let's go.
Woo! It's on. We're challenging you to see how many swings you can get in this minute. This is a really good grip exercise too. So if you are someone who's missing heavy weights or barbells, swings are an awesome way to keep up that grip strength. It's very hard to hang on for a minute, and this is one of the best movements for it. So we see you, we miss it too.
Yeah, a lot.
We're doing everything we can. Just stay strong with it. All right, just over halfway through this minute. If you gotta set things down, shake it out, wipe off the hands, pick it back up, keep moving. I know, I'm a sweaty palmed individual as well. All right, 10 seconds, and then wherever you left off in your set of burpees and squat jumps, let's pick it back up there so you can keep it moving. 2 minutes on deck. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Burpees and squat jumps. Wherever you were in that set, pick it back up there, keep it moving. Joe is on burpees.
Yep.
Woo! Best spot.
Always burpees.
Always burpees. It does feel like that's the case, no matter what. You always end on a burpee. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Good, so try to pull the hips down as low as you can go, full range of motion in these squat jumps, and then you're using all that tension from your biggest, heaviest movers to explode up as high as you can. If you've got neighbors and you happen to be in an apartment, land soft. Yep. Land softly on the way down. I know mine have probably been delighted with me through all of these.
And we're like, what's going on?
What is happening upstairs? Whew! All right, just over 1 minute to go in this set, and then we are back to the top, and we will officially be halfway. Woo! You're doing great at home. We see you. We feel it.
Yeah.
Nice job, Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're over the halfway hump here, over the halfway hump. You got about 45 seconds. See how much we can do. I feel like I want to do it with you.
Go for it.
I gotta watch the clock, man. So you can see what Joe is doing if you've happened to notice or not. She's doing each movement and then resting in between. So she's finishing her 3 burpees, taking a second to breathe, doing her squat jumps, taking a second to breathe. It's a little bit more of an efficient way to move rather than doing 1 burpee, resting, 2 burpees, resting. Try to piece these apart by a movement so that you're finishing a little bit quicker.
Whew, yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right. We got time to breathe. We're gonna be back to the top with your 3rd round. Here we go, rotating ground to overhead. 3, 2, 1, right side.
Let's go, let's go.
3rd round is classically the hardest. So we're pushing towards 75% in here. This is when your body and your brain start to fight. You're tired, you don't necessarily want to keep going, but you know you can do this and you have less time than when we started. So try to dig into that place. Keep yourself moving as much as you can. You've got less than a minute here. Little bits at a time are gonna help push you through. Find the balance. You got it, you got it. Whoo! Well over halfway, 20 seconds left on this right side, and then we're gonna switch to the left. We're chipping away. We're with ya, you got it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Tough stuff.
It is tough stuff, but we wouldn't do it if it wasn't tough. If it was easy, we wouldn't be here, right?
Accurate.
I say these things, but I do feel you at home. All right, left side, here we go.
All right.
Woo!
Switch it up.
It goes faster if we chat through it, you know?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hi! I'm imagining everyone's dogs at home, like being so
So
confused about what's happening.
Oh, coming down to pack me?
Here you are. There you go. All right, just over 30 seconds on this left side, and then we got swings. And then you just have to do these one more time. That's it.
Woo!
We're going so fast.
Almost there.
Woo! All right, couple more reps. You can do this, you can do this.
Here we go, here we go.
Woo! You got it, folks at home. 10 seconds, and then we're on to swing. So you can take a couple more reps. You can grab some water, whatever you got to do. We are swinging in 3, 2, 1, swing. Woo!
Sweating.
Sweating, shake it out, catch your breath, grab some water, towel off, virtual high fives. We got you, we got you. All right, so if you're hitting that number, try to do it again this 3rd time. I know you can. Whatever it is, let's push for that goal. Only set this down if you absolutely have to. You can push through this minute. I know you can do it. Woo! I'm already halfway.
Heck yeah. Woo!
Woo! Nice job, Joe. You got it. Make sure that you're not sacrificing your low back in these swings. It's really easy to dump in and lean back. We want to stay really solid. Let your legs do the work. 15 seconds, you got it. And then we're gonna pick up wherever you left off in the burpees and squat jumps.
Hold on, everyone. Woo.
Here we go. All right, 2 minutes, burpee squat jumps. You are back on 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go. Wherever you left off, we're gonna pick it up there. Keep your body moving. Is it burpees again?
It's burpees.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
I'm making it burpees.
Are the burpees better than the squat jumps?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, controversial opinion. I wish we could take a poll here as we're recording these. Be like, folks at home, what are you feeling? I love squat jumps, so I will probably feel oppositely when I take this class.
Usually do.
It's okay.
Tired today.
It's all right.
Whew,
It's all right. It's Friday. It's Friday. All right, crew, just over a minute left, and then we're on to your last round. We're already there. We're gonna start to turn it on, dial it up. We're gonna keep pushing as much as we can. We're almost there. We're with ya. Whew! Last 60 seconds in this set, and then we're back to the top one more time.
Yep. Here we go.
Here I go. I don't know that burpees necessarily get easier, but I do think they get better, if that makes sense. I'm of the firm thought that they get better. You grow to like them
They become more natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Part of your day-to-day life.
Just so many burpees every single day. Why wouldn't we? 30 seconds left. See how many rounds, see how many reps you can do. And then we are back to the top one last time for our rotating ground to overhead.
Might end up squat jumps.
Ooh, wouldn't that be a delightful surprise?
No.
Switch it up. She's determined. All right, 10 seconds. If you want to take a break, catch your breath, gear up for our final round. Last time through with these rotating ground to overhead. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You are back on one more time with this movement on each side. So lead with that right foot. You got it. Looking solid at home. We're with you all the way. You can do this. Make sure you're still locking that at the top. Strong punch overhead. Whatever you got to do to get your legs set up, fully rotated, finish strong. You can do this. Nice job, Joe. You got it. Whew.
It's like a cardio movement after the squat jumps and burpees.
Yeah, probably hard to catch your breath a little bit. I'm imagining the left side feels maybe slightly better than the right. Woo! Doing awesome. 20 seconds. You can do it. Few more reps here, crew. See how many you can do, and then we're gonna move on to that left side for one more minute here. Woo! Hang on to it. You got it. All right, left side rotating ground to overhead. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You are back on for this movement one more time. This is your final 60 seconds here. Make it count. We are with you all the way. You can do this. If I don't get smacked in the face, it's going to be a darn miracle. All right, you got it. You got it. Hang on. We are almost there. You've got less than 5 minutes in your entire workout. You've made it this far with us. Stick with this all the way. It's worth it. We promise.
Woo.
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 All right. Few more reps. You got less than 20 seconds. And then we've got swings one more time. Let's go at home. You can do this. You can do this. Woo! All right, final minute of swings. You are on deck. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's swing. Last time here. Wipe off the hands. Shake it out. Give the legs a little wiggle. We had a dance party before this, so that was part of our warm-up. Strongly encourage that at home as well. Good, so rely on your hips, your legs, your glutes, the biggest, strongest parts of your body. They are doing the work here. Let those shoulders relax. Your arms are just a chain. Try to hang on. You can do this. Woo! Yeah. Halfway through your minute, you got it. You got it, you got it. We're almost there. Less than 2.5 minutes in your entire workout. Less than 2.5 minutes to push for your whole day. You can do this. Woo!
Go.
Got it. Last 10 seconds, couple more reps, then we're gonna move on. Those final 2 minutes, picking up wherever you leave off in your burpees and squat jumps. Here we go, final set. 3, 2, 1. Burpees, squat jumps. Wherever you left off, of course we're on burpees. Wherever you're at home, high fives. You can do this. I want you to push as hard as you can. It is 2 minutes. You can do this. As much as you've got left, I want you to dig into that place and go. Woo! You got it. You got it. You got it. It's worth it. We promise. We're almost there. We're with you all the way. Nice, Joe. You got it. Woo! It's just 3 every time. That's it. You got to grind through 3, grind through 6. It's small numbers, big payoff. We promise. Just over a minute left in your whole workout. You can do this. Rest is coming. We are almost there. Woo! You got it. You got it. Woo! Final 60 seconds. Here we go. Everything you got left. Give it your absolute all. You can do this. Woo! Nice, Joe. You got it. You got it. You got it. Final push. Here we go. Don't lose it. I want you to stay with it. Keep your head in this. Just, I don't know, hunker down and move as much as you can. 30 seconds. That is it. You can do this. You can do this. We're with you. Joe's working just as hard. You might be working harder. We don't know. We hope so. Woo! All right, a few more reps. Let's finish out strong together. You're in your final home stretch here. Last 10 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Everything you got. Woo!
Yeah.
Couple more reps. That is it. Got it. 3, 2, 1. You are done. Awesome. Awesome job. Way to push.
Yeah.
That was great. Grab some water, towel off. We're going to gear up and cool you down. Making our way back to standing at attention pose. Bring your feet to touch. Close your eyes. Settle in. Start to relax. Big inhales through the nose. Big exhales out the mouth. Did it. You did it. Take another big breath in. Shift your weight up into your toes. And then sink back, ground down through the heel. One more big breath all together. Fill all the way up. Big exhale out, let it go. Blink your eyes open, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up high. Drop your right hand down in between your shoulder blades. Take your left hand, pull your right elbow up and over. Nice big tricep stretch. Come back through center mountain pose, arms come high. Walk the left hand down in between your shoulder blades and then take your right hand, pull your left elbow up and over. Back to center mountain pose. Forward fold, hinge at your hips. You can sway side to side, let the arms sweep long and loose, head and neck relax. You can go for a ragdoll pose if that feels good for you. Whatever your body needs, we just want to make sure that we're relaxing the low back, starting to release the tension through your posterior. Yeah, just kind of sway heavily side to side. Nothing you do see up on your screen, so make sure that your neck is relaxed. You're looking through your legs behind you, not out in front. And plant your palms. Step your feet back for a high plank. Then press up and back, downward facing dog. Sink low into the heel. Push your weight equally through your palms and your feet. You can find as much movement as you need to here. You can pedal it out back and forth. You can go over some stillness if that's what your body needs. We're going to take a big hip stretch on each side. So three-legged down dog, right toes lift, bend your knee, open up your hip. Step through for half pigeon. Right foot comes underneath the left wrist. Once you're down, you can see here Joe is squaring her hips. Try to shift your weight a little bit more towards the right glute. And then if it feels good, fold over your right knee. Really deep hip flexor stretch. If this does not feel good for you, you can always take this same thing from your back, but you'll go into a figure 4 position. So if you're gonna go for that route, just flip over onto your back, cross one ankle over one thigh, loop your hands underneath that bottom leg, and then just squeeze up towards you. Yourself back up, inch your hands back towards your hips, press back for a three-legged down dog. Just shake out your stretch. And then downward facing dog. Three-legged down dog, left toes lift, bend your knee, open up your hip, swing through for half pigeon on this side. Foot 5 if you'd like. Once you're down, find that comfy spot with your hips and your glutes. Fold over the left knee. If you were going for the variation on your back, just switch legs. Yourself back up onto your fingertips, inch your hands back towards your hip, press back for a three-legged down dog, shake out your stretch, and then we'll step down for one last downward facing dog. Find any little movement or wiggle that you need to here. And then gently walk your feet up behind your wrists, sink your hips, swing your legs out around in front of you. We're going to take a seated forward fold. Shoulders are right above the hips, legs are long in front. Reach your arms nice and high, and then hinge forward, reaching for your knees, your shins, your toes. You can bend the knees however much you need to here. Just go as far as you can go. kind of trying to lengthen out the spine as well as stretch the backside of your legs. And then release wherever you are at. Make your way onto your back. Once you are all the way down, spine touches the floor, happy baby pose. Lift for the inside or outside arches of your feet. You can open up your legs, you can bend or straighten them one at a time, whatever feels good for you here. Wrap your arms around your shins, pull your forehead in close. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze, a thank you for hard work. Take one more big breath in. As you breathe it out, extend your legs, let them fall heavy, arms relax by your sides. Take a minute here in final resting pose and take this minute just for you. Your toes, wrist your ankles, back your head from side to side. Reach your arms up and overhead. Take a long body stretch. Make yourself as tall as you can. And once you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to a seat. We will finish with 3 breaths all together, just like we do for every single class at Alchemy 365. First big breath, fill up, take it in. Exhale out, let it go. Second breath, lift your shoulders a little bit higher. Big breath out, let it go. Third and final breath, biggest breath of your whole day. Fill all the way up, hold your air at the top. Biggest exhale out, let it go. Blink your eyes open. Give yourself a hand at home. Awesome, awesome job. Thank you so much for joining us here in our digital studio for this A20. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep coming back for class. We upload new classes, new workouts every single day, and we truly could not do this without you. Your support means the world to us. So until next time, I'm Coach Laura. This is Coach Joe. We love you. Thank you.